What's up, guys? It's your boy Mills, and welcome to the case file for Gold Lewis Big Boy Dickerson. This is a new series I'm going to do anytime a new character dropped, and depending on how reception of this video is, going back and taking care of some of the older Guilty Gear Strive characters. All I need you guys to do on this video is leave one like. All I need is one like on this video, and yeah. But we're gonna go over the whole new trailer reveal we have for Gold Lewis. We're gonna break down some of the moves that I saw. We're gonna talk about some of his miscellaneous stuff like movement, what I believe his range chart will be, and then we'll go over what could and should be his game plan. But other than that, I don't want you guys stuck on this intro too long. Let's get started. So starting off the video, we're gonna talk about his slashes. So one thing I noticed, when he's going against Chip, he uses the same variation of slash, which I believe is just his regular slash. However, when he goes against Faust, he does a unique move, which I believe to be his 6K into what I believe to be his heavy slashes. Now, one unique property about his Gatlings are, one, they're very slow. They are very slow, but they hit very hard. And we notice this because both variations of his Gatlin actually have stagger priority. So when he hits you, your character kind of flows a stagger where they let go of their block for just a second and their hands fly back. Another thing that I noticed is in the Faust trailer, when he does his HS, the very first hit, Faust stands, so he may have an overhead built into his Gatlin combo, or that could be his 2HS. We still, obviously, when the game drops, we gotta have to see, but it's just something that I quickly noticed. And his slashes are very slow. They are very slow, so he is a powerhouse, but it's looking like his normals are going to be very sluggish. So it's looking off the rip that you're going to want to hit those staggers on certain characters, because if he doesn't, his normals may be able to get punished very easily. Moving forward, there's a scene that we actually see his run animation into what I believe is a normal grab. Yes, this character is not a grappler, and we'll get to that in a little bit, but Gold Lewis is not a grappler. That is his normal throw. He literally runs up, because you'll see in the scene later on, he's chasing Chip. He runs up, he grabs Milia, hits her 3 times and knocks her to the ground, which obviously will lead to a hard knockdown, which is something I noticed about Gold Lewis. He's going to want to get you into hard knockdown situations. Obviously, moving forward in the video, we'll shut it off, but he's going to want to get you into a hard knockdown situation. But yeah, definitely this character is not a grappler. If you think he's a grappler, get that out your head. No, this character is far from a grappler. That is his normal throw. Alright, so in this scene, we get to see Gold Lewis's 6P. I believe this is a 6P on counter hit, which sends Nago into a hard knockdown. And once Nago is hard knocked down, we get to see what Gold Lewis's toolkit is going to consist of, because he calls out this bot, and the bot may track. It's a little bot bomb where Nago gets up and keeps him in place for 3 hits. This allows Gold Lewis to move forward and go into what I believe is his jumping slash. It may be jumping dust. It may be jumping dust, but it allows for Nago to stay in place for a total of 4 hits. The 3 initial hits plus the explosion at the end. We see Gold Lewis go into a setup where he jumps, tries to go for the overhead. Nago look like he tries to crouch one more time, and then we see Gold Lewis go into the dust attack. Now, what's interesting is his 6P is actually the alien, so it actually extends his hitbox. As you see, the fist comes out, and it looks like the hitbox is way higher due to the alien reaching out. Another thing is the hard knockdown in the bot. The bot hits multiple times. Gold Lewis actually has a lot of setup, as we'll see a little bit later. He has a lot of utility in his kit, which leads me to believe that Gold Lewis is more of a setup, fresh downy type character, or more of a setup powerhouse, which is something unique to fight games. We haven't seen a big guy that can really set his opponent up to stay in place where he wants them to be. So this is kind of a unique take on the character, but moving forward. And the very next scene dealing with Zato, I believe this is Gold Lewis's close S. Now, earlier in the scene where he was swinging his flail, we got to see two versions of his far S with stagger priority. We get to see his close S where he kind of smashes the coffin down to the ground and moves Zato back just a little bit. And then the boy pulls out the chopper. I love to see it. He pulls out a Gatlin gun. And what's unique about this Gatlin gun is that it actually pushes Zato forward towards the wall, which has wall breaking capabilities. Now, I do believe this Gatlin on block is going to do a fairly good amount of chip damage, but the fact that it not only can carry you to the wall, but has wall break priority just adds more to Gold Lewis's game of just being set up and being a bit man that pulls out a lot of utility instead of having to just be a straight powerhouse. He actually has a little bit of brain to him as well. Let's talk about his two ultimates real quick. The first one we get to know is, I believe this is his half circle forward slash version, where he kind of touches his glasses. The little beam comes out. We notice May is already on a hard knockdown. Once the beam tracks onto May, goes into his little whatever it is, it pulls her back. The alien basically calls home or whatever he does, and it basically pulls May back to where Gold Lewis is. So that's three unique things that I've seen about Gold Lewis's kit so far. He can not only push you away with his Gatlin gun, he can keep you in place with his little bomb, and he can pull you towards him with one of his ultimates. Now, this is going into saying how much of a setup character that Gold Lewis is. But on top of that, it looks like his heavy slash special is going to be something where he may throw a bomb or throw something and he actually punches you with the coffin. Now, when he punches you with the coffin, it may have something to do with the alien. We did not get enough information on that unique ultimate, but definitely we're looking forward to it. Now, I want to go into the miscellaneous real quick, and then we're going to come over with a game plan for how Gold Lewis should play. So real quick, miscellaneous stuff. One thing I noticed is that he has a very slow run speed, very slow. They showed him with Chip and him chasing after Chip, and Chip was just halfway across the screen before he took 3 steps. So that really is going to play into his gameplay, as well as being one of the first bigger characters that can run other than not going pot. Another thing is his very short range. I do believe he's going to have a chart of A, B, C. He's going to be a very up close type character, a little bit of range, but his long range is going to be something to be lack of desire, as well as his body shape. He's not as big as Nago as I think he would have been, but he's a very hulking character. He's very tall, and yet again, when it comes to 6P, it looks like the alien actually extends what he wants to hit. So with all this being said, let's go and craft the gameplay of what I believe Gold Lewis is going to play like. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so we done finished reviewing the case. Now let's make a case file for your boy Gold Lewis. Gold Lewis is a setup slash powerhouse type character. He sacrifices his speed for pure power and setup potential to mess up characters' frames or keep characters at a standstill, pull them away, or bring them towards him while keeping them in a frame state for Gold Lewis to use his big heavy buttons to punish a character that thinks it's their turn. He does not have a command grab, but yet it looks like all his moves have the potential to hard knockdown more so than any other character in the game. What you will want to do is wait for the perfect opportunity, either for a counter hit or for your opponent to be slipping and pressing a button, hit one of your big buttons, one maybe your slash or your heavy slash, get them either in a stagger state or get them in a state to where they're flying across the screen. You want to send out your little bot to keep them in place to get your setup ready to go. Or if you get a good counter hit and you're next to the wall, you want to either send your Gatlin gun to send them straight across the wall, or yet again set up the robot or even your ultimate to keep them in place or pull them towards you to get back to your powerhouse and staggering and messing up the frames of what a character had. And that's my quick analysis of the character. obviously we're gonna have to get the character in our hands to see the full potential of Gold Lewis. But I think this is a little nice video, a little quick breakdown for the little bit that we did have. If you do like the content, like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to keep these videos under 10 minutes. But I just want all you guys, if you like the content, to really just like the content. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, this has been Nappy. Let me know if you want more of these. I'm out. Peace.